Hello, my name is Kelly Dillon and I am a graduate student at the University of Minnesota pursuing a master's in public health nutrition and a dietetics license. This summer I'm working as the Community Health Initiative intern at Sprout. So far I've learned a lot about rural agriculture and all of the various crops that they aggregate from local farmers in central Minnesota. Today we are talking about tomatillos, which means little tomato in Spanish. It's an old crop that has been around since 800 BC when it was first domesticated by the Aztecs in what is now considered central Mexico. They've been nourishing bodies for thousands of years and for good reason. They are filled with tons of vitamins and minerals and other health promoting elements like vitamin C, vitamin K, phosphorus, potassium, fiber. Those are all super important to the body. For instance, potassium helps to regulate muscle contractions, fluid balance, and blood pressure. So today we are working with green tomatillos. They come in varieties like yellow and purple, but green are most commonly used. I'm sure you're most familiar with them in salsa verde, which is exactly what I'm going to show you how to make today. First, we will start with roasting the vegetables. Here I have jalapenos, onions, and tomatillos. We will begin by taking the husk off of these tomatillos. Tomatillos are typically used in savory dishes, but they're actually a fruit. They're grown within a flower, and actually these papery husks are the outer layer of those flower petals. The tomatillos that you are getting at Sprout are from the Carrillo brothers, and they are emerging Latinx farmers. And actually, there are a ton of Latinx farmers in the US, many of whom are migrant workers, but they rarely own and run their own farm, unfortunately. So the Carrillo brothers really represent the intersectionality of racial justice, food justice, and sustainability. They use all organic farming methods. That doesn't deteriorate the soil quality. So if soil is nutrient dense, the food that is grown in it will also be nutrient dense. So now I'm gonna throw these in the oven at 450 degrees. Okay, yes, this is exactly what you want to see. That charring really adds flavor and complexity to your salsa. So I'm gonna take my tongs, add all this. All right, so with that, I'm going to add some parsley. You could add other herbs like cilantro, but this is what I had on hand. Next, we're going to add a lime, and the trick that I use is that you can roll it, helps just get some of the juices flowing. The other thing is I can just throw this in the microwave for like 10 to 30 seconds, and I can get more juice out of the lime that way too. Squeeze it on in. You can always alter a recipe to your liking, what you have on hand, or what's in season at the time. That's the beauty of cooking. You can have fun, you can be adventurous. All right, ready? Look how good that looks. I like to try things as I cook, not only because I like nibbling throughout the entire cooking process, but also to know what ingredients you need to add to really achieve the flavor profile that you'd like. All right, so now we can start on the taco portion of this recipe. First, we'll start by cutting the zucchini. What I like to do is, cut in the middle just so it's easier for my knife to handle. I'm going to cut these into quarters, so cut that lengthwise, again, lengthwise. Now I have a pan for all my vegetables. Next, we're going to cut the green bell pepper. What I like to do is cut down one side, cut around the outside. And this will pop right out. So what I'll do is kind of cut these into strips, then dice so they're about the same size as the zucchinis. A good rule of thumb is that all the veggies that you're cooking should be around the same size so they have the same cook time. Next is our corn. I have already shucked it, obviously, and we're just gonna go ahead and cut it off the cob. I like to go kind of slowly. All right, now to this pan we will add olive oil, To taste, black pepper. Again, I just like to eyeball. That's my cooking method. Minced garlic. All right, now ground cumin, however you want to pronounce it. I think in the recipe I said about half a teaspoon. Chili powder. Now we saute. And first I'm just gonna try and mix this all around so it's all evenly seasoned. Vegetables, especially locally produced vegetables, have so much depth of flavor. Tacos are fun because you can really put anything in them. And tonight I cannot wait to eat these tacos with my favorite form of fruits and vegetables, salsa. What you want to do is just mix it around, give it a little toss once in a while. So obviously all the vegetables aren't touching the bottom of this pan, but the vegetables that are lying on top are actually being steamed, which I'm totally fine with. I'm not trying to achieve a caramelization of the vegetables. Nutrients are typically lost in the cooking process, but steaming is the best way to cook food and preserve the most amount of nutrients in doing so. These vegetables are all done cooking, and I'm going to put them in a tortilla and have them with a side of rice or in pasta, whatever you desire. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I did. Have a good rest of your day.